Picture this. You're gliding through airport security. Shoes off, laptop out, the lines moving fast. Then suddenly, the TSA agent stops you. Your carry-on, the one that's traveled with you for years, is now too big. A bright red tag appears on the handle, and before you can argue, it's sent off to be checked. Your trip hasn't even started, and already the stress hits harder than takeoff. It sounds like a nightmare, right? But here's the truth. That scene isn't fiction, it's the future. Because in 2026, airports around the world are enforcing a new wave of carry-on and security rules. Size, weight, liquids, batteries, everything is changing. And most travelers, they have no idea. This isn't just another update to packing rules, it's a full reset. How you pack, what you carry, and how airports track every inch of your luggage. Miss one detail, and you could lose your bag, your time, or hundreds in surprise fees. So before your next flight, listen carefully, because these 7 new insider airport rules will decide whether you breeze through security or get stopped cold at the gate. For the first time in decades, airlines, governments, and airport authorities are syncing up globally. What used to be a messy mix of local rules and airline policies is about to become one unified system. Every country, every carrier, every terminal connected. The goal? Efficiency, safety, and profit. The result? Confusion, frustration, and millions of travelers caught off guard. In 2026, airports won't just scan your bag, they'll scan you, your luggage dimensions, your carry-on weight, even your battery levels, all monitored by new sensor technology. The travel world is entering what insiders are calling the airport reset. And this reset changes everything. How you pack, how you move, and how much you'll pay if you get it wrong. So let's break it down. One rule at a time. Starting with the one that's already catching travelers off guard. The new carry-on size revolution. Let's start with the change that's blindsiding almost everyone. The new global carry-on size standard. After years of chaos, every airline having its own dimensions, passengers arguing at gates, overhead bins overflowing, 2026 is bringing one single worldwide rule. 22 by 14 by 9 inches. That's 56 by 36 by 23 centimeters if you think metric. Finally, some consistency. Or so we thought. Here's the twist. That measurement now includes everything: handles, wheels, outer pockets, even that tiny bump your zipper makes when the bag is full. If it sticks out, it counts. No more pretending those extra inches don't exist. The phrase, "It'll fit if I push it." Dead. The days of squeezing your suitcase into an overhead bin? Over. And here's where it gets ugly. Over 60% of popular carry-ons currently on the market already fail this new rule. That premium bag you've trusted for years might not survive 2026, and you won't find out until you're standing at the gate under the cold stare of a digital scanner. That's right, airlines are upgrading those old metal frames into smart sizers with motion sensors and precision lasers. They'll detect even a single centimeter over. Some airports are already testing automated scanning lanes that light up red when a bag is oversized, right there in front of everyone. So here's the fix. And it's urgent. Grab a tape measure. Include every handle, wheel, and pocket. If you're even 1 inch over, expect to pay between $35 and $100, depending on the airline and route. The smart move? Look for luggage marked 2026 carry-on compliant or guaranteed cabin approved. Several brands are quietly releasing updated models right now. And don't worry about logos or luxury tags. In 2026, compliance beats branding. Because at the end of the day, the most expensive luggage is the one you're forced to check. Rule 2. The weight crackdown. If you thought the new size limits were harsh, wait until you hear this. In 2026, airlines are done pretending that weight limits are just guidelines. They're becoming law. Most carriers are setting the cap between 8 and 10 kilograms. That's about 17 to 22 pounds. Sounds manageable, right? Until you realize that your laptop, sneakers, and a toiletry kit can already push you over the line. And here's where it gets sneaky. Airlines aren't trusting your honesty anymore. They're installing built-in scales right under the self-check-in kiosks, at bag drops, and even at boarding gates. The moment you set your carry-on down, it's automatically weighed. If it's over the limit, the system flags you before you even print your boarding pass. Picture it. You've cleared security, grabbed your coffee, ready to board, and then your name is called. They make you place your bag on the scale. In front of everyone. If it's overweight, you'll either unpack it on the spot, pay a surprise fee, or worse, gate check it. The truth? Airlines have found a new gold mine. Carry-on weight. Every extra pound means more fuel cost, less efficiency. And another excuse to charge you. But smart travelers are already adapting. They carry a small digital luggage scale. Costs less than $10, saves hundreds in fees. They weigh their bag before they leave home. And if it's close to the limit, they wear their heaviest items, jackets, sneakers, jeans, to shift the weight off the scale. They know the golden rule. If you won't use it 3 times, don't pack it. Because in 2026, it's not just about traveling light, it's about traveling smart, and the lighter your bag, the smoother your trip. Rule 3. The personal item shrinkage. Here's the rule that's quietly catching travelers off guard. Your personal item is about to get smaller. That second bag, whether it's your purse, laptop sleeve, or trusty backpack, must now fully fit under the seat in front of you. No half-squeezing, no corners sticking out, no pretending it'll fit once you push it down. The new global limit? 18 by 14 by 8 inches. Or for the metric minds, 45 by 35 by 20 centimeters. Why the crackdown? Because too many people gamed the system. 2 full carry-ons disguised as one personal item. Airlines noticed, and in 2026, they're putting an end to the loophole. Hard stop. Here's the catch. Underseat space isn't the same everywhere. On small regional jets, it's barely big enough for a laptop bag. On international wide bodies, you might squeeze in a small backpack. But this new rule doesn't care which plane you're on. If your bag doesn't fit entirely under that seat, it's going in the hold. So what's the pro move? Go soft-sided. Rigid bags are risky. Flexible ones adapt. Look for designs that compress without losing shape, with compartments that keep your essentials organized, not bulging like a balloon. And here's an insider tip that seasoned flyers swear by. Always keep your irreplaceable items, passport, medication, documents, expensive gadgets, in your personal bag, not your carry-on, because when overhead bins fill up, and they will, your personal item stays with you, guaranteed. The pros already know this. The rest? They'll learn the hard way when their bag disappears down the jet bridge. In 2026, the smart traveler isn't the one with the most luggage. It's the one who can fit their life under a single seat. Rule 4. The liquid loophole ends and begins. Finally, some good news. Kind of. The rule travelers have hated for nearly 20 years, the 3-1-1 liquids rule, is finally starting to fade away. But don't celebrate just yet, because in 2026, the change is partial, inconsistent, and completely confusing. Thanks to new CT scanner technology, some airports are now allowing full-size liquids in your carry-on. No more tiny bottles, no more squeezing toothpaste into a plastic pouch. At major hubs like Atlanta, Dallas, and Heathrow, you can finally keep your shampoo where it belongs. Sounds amazing, right? Well, here's the problem. Smaller airports are still years behind. So you might depart from a CT-equipped airport, breeze through security, only to connect somewhere that still enforces the old rule. And just like that, your favorite lotion, perfume, or $80 skincare product ends up in the trash. That's why the 2026 golden rule is this: pack defensively. Keep your liquids in a clear, accessible pouch, right on top of your bag. If your airport allows full-size bottles, great, you're through in seconds. If not, you can grab that pouch and comply without unpacking your life on the conveyor belt. And here's an insider move most travelers overlook. Go solid. Solid shampoo bars, solid deodorant, even solid perfume. They don't count toward your liquid limit, and they'll save you from repacking nightmares. Before every trip, check your airport's website for CT scanner updates. Many now list which terminals support full-size liquids. One quick search could be the difference between a smooth morning and watching your essentials get tossed into a bin. Because in 2026, the smartest traveler isn't the one who packs light. It's the one who packs strategically. Rule 5. The Battery and Electronics Crackdown. Now, this is where 2026 quietly punishes the unprepared. Your electronics and power banks. Security checkpoints are no longer just checking what you carry, but whether your devices are alive. If a phone, tablet, or laptop can't power on when an officer asks, it's treated as suspicious. And it does not fly. No battery, no boarding. Simple as that. And it gets trickier. Power banks are under new international rules, and the only number that matters is watt-hours. Under 100 watt-hours, you're fine. Between 100 and 160 watt-hours, you'll need airline approval. Go beyond 160 watt-hours, and that battery is completely banned from any passenger aircraft. Most travelers have never looked at that tiny print on the back of their charger, and they find out the hard way, standing in line while security pulls it out. Here's a quick reference. A typical 20,000 mAh power bank at 3.7 volts equals around 74 watt-hours, safe. But a high-capacity model easily crosses 100 watt-hours, and suddenly, it's confiscated, and there's more. Airlines are now capping how many battery-powered devices you can bring, usually between 15 and 20 items. That sounds generous until you count them. Phone, laptop, tablet, earbuds, smartwatch, camera, Kindle, power bank, even your electric toothbrush. It adds up fast. So what do smart travelers do? They charge everything the night before their flight. They keep power banks and cables near the top of their bag, ready to show instantly. And they take a quick photo of each device's battery label. So if questioned, they have proof in seconds instead of arguing at the belt. Because when it comes to electronics, 2026 has one brutal truth. Power is proof. If your device can't turn on, you shouldn't have brought it. Rule 6. Smart luggage gets smarter, or banned. If you're rocking one of those sleek smart suitcases with built-in chargers or GPS tracking, pay close attention, because in 2026, smart luggage will either evolve or vanish. Here's the rule. If the battery can't be removed, the bag can't come aboard. This didn't come out of nowhere. Over the last few years, several mid-flight incidents, smoke, small fires, even emergency landings have been traced back to lithium-ion batteries sealed inside luggage. Airlines had enough, so the new standard is brutally simple: removable battery or no boarding. And here's the detail most travelers miss. Even if your bag looks compliant, security might still pull you aside. If you can't prove the battery detaches, you'll be asked to remove it right there. If it's welded in, your only options are to check the bag empty or leave it behind. An expensive lesson to learn at 5 a.m. in a crowded terminal. Manufacturers are already adapting. Look for new labels like TSA Approved Removable Power System or airline-safe battery design. The best designs let you pop the battery out with a single press, carry it separately in your hand luggage, and show it on demand. Frequent flyers have a routine now. Before every flight, they charge the battery halfway, clean the slot, and test the release in front of security. No panic, no questions, just smooth travel. Because in 2026, the smartest thing about your smart bag is knowing how to turn it off before it burns your trip. Rule 7. The Overhead Bin Wars. In 2026, that cramped space above your seat has become the most fought-over real estate on any flight. Why? Because airlines are squeezing in more seats, reducing turnaround times, and filling flights to the absolute limit. More passengers, less bin space, it's that simple. The result? Crowded aisles, frustrated flyers, and a growing list of priority boarding upgrades that quietly force economy passengers to pay extra just to guarantee a spot for their bag. If you're flying on a basic economy ticket, here's the harsh truth. You'll board last, which often means your carry-on won't make it inside the cabin. Picture it. You've cleared security, arrived early, grabbed a coffee. You're relaxed until boarding begins. You watch every bin fill, row by row. By the time your group is called, there's no space left. A flight attendant appears, slaps a bright tag on your bag, and down the jet bridge it goes, gate-checked, dented, delayed, and out of your control. But smart travelers? They're already playing this game differently. First rule, board as soon as your group is called. Not after a quick coffee stop, every minute counts. Second, always keep your essentials, passport, meds, laptop, valuables, in your underseat bag. If your main carry-on is forced into the hold, you still have what matters most. And here's a pro move few talk about. If you're traveling with someone, coordinate your packing. Instead of each person bringing a full carry-on, share one, and each bring a personal item that cuts your overhead footprint in half and doubles your odds of keeping your key bag on board. Because in 2026, overhead bin space isn't just a convenience anymore, it's a privilege. And the prepared traveler? They win it quietly while everyone else argues in the aisle. Let's step back for a second. Because all these changes, the scanners, sensors, limits, and liquid bans, they're not random. They're connected. Airports are evolving into data ecosystems. Every movement, every item, every gram of your luggage is tracked, logged, and analyzed. From the moment you step through the doors, the airport is watching. Not just for security, but for efficiency. Your bag size, your travel pattern, your battery levels. It's all part of a system designed to make flying smoother, faster, and, yes, more profitable. Automation is taking over. Self-service bag drops, facial recognition gates, biometric passports. The airport of 2026 won't need to ask who you are, it'll already know. That might sound unsettling, but here's the truth. You can fight it, or you can use it. Because for those who prepare, who know the new rules, who adapt early, travel becomes effortless again. No panic, no rush, no repacking at the gate. While most passengers will scramble to catch up, you'll already be 3 steps ahead. Bag measured, weight checked, liquids organized, devices charged. 2026 isn't just changing how airports work, it's changing what it means to be a smart traveler. Not just light, but informed, strategic, and always one rule ahead. So here's the bottom line. Measure your luggage. Now, not at the gate. Weigh it before you leave. Keep your electronics charged, your liquids organized, and always check your airline's latest policy before every trip. Because in 2026, a few minutes of preparation can save you hours of frustration and hundreds of dollars in surprise fees. Airports are changing fast. The scanners, the sensors, the systems, They're here to stay. But while most travelers panic, you already know what's coming. Now tell me, which of these new rules shocked you the most? Drop your answer below. I read every story. And if this helped you stay ready for 2026, hit subscribe and tap the bell, because the next wave of airport changes is already in motion. Until then, pack smart, travel light, and remember, the skies favor the prepared.